Hey everybody, it is Shadow Phoenix here today, and we are on Corbercraft. And so, as many of you may have noticed, around spawn and other areas of the server, we have some very interesting details here. And it looks like they are mainly armor stands being used. As some of you know, during the Easter update, player worlds and armor stands were added back into the game. Or an armor stand plugin was added, and the player worlds were added back. And as you can see, there's some pretty neat little, things that can be done with them. And today, since a lot of players don't really understand how the plugin works, I'm going to try to help you guys understand. So I've created this little testing area where I have some armor stands to showcase. So we have here, like similar to spawn, we have a axe sticking out of a log and a pickaxe sticking out of a block of stone. And here we have a little dinner party where armor stands are holding bottles of water and flowers and has a little piece of steak on the table. Over here we have me with all my redstone goodies that I typically like working with. We have here a little fight scene between Urgo and Rye. And on the wall here we have some neat looking crossing swords to decorate and furnish the walls. So if we go on in here, this is where I'm going to show you guys how to use the plugin. So of course you need an armor stand. You also need a piece of flint and any items you want to include on the armor stand. So first you place on your armor stand. Now you can right click or left click, doesn't matter, with the piece of flint, and it opens up this little helpful GUI. With this GUI you can rotate body parts, you can choose the amount of adjustments, you can rotate the entire armor stand or move the entire armor stand. Over here is the different aspects on the armor stand you can change. You can completely reset the default. You can also edit whether or not it has arms, which I'm going to do now. As you can see, it gives it arms, takes away its arms. You can also make it invisible or not invisible. You can also change it between a big one and a small one. You can turn off gravity for it or turn gravity back on. You can also remove the base plate. So for gravity, oh, that's moving it. Oh, we just lost that one, so let's put a new one down. Alright, so, okay, let's right click it, right click away, turn off gravity for it, and then we can move it up, and as you can see, it's floating. And if we do fine adjustments, it very slowly moves. So for this, we are just going to very simply give it some arms, and then, so if you want to move the right arm, say let's make him hold his arm up above his head, which I'm actually going to make it coarser, so it's a lot more. And let's make him have his arm be a little bit outwards. And then let's make his left arm go straight out from his body. Alright, so, and now I want to give him his equipment. So each of the slots correlate to what he's supposed to wear in that slot. So boots go in the boot slot, chain or leggings in the legging, chest in chest, a stick in these two slots don't matter. It's just one arm's the left arm, one arm's the right arm, and then whatever you want to put in the see, it tells you to, and boom. You can also edit him so he's a little itty bitty armor stand or a big armor stand. And you can, just mess with his legs, Make them do some pretty wild things. Rotate them. So yeah, the menu pretty much tells you also what each thing does. So if you get lost or confused, or if you forget what each thing does, it'll tell you. So now I will show you how I accomplished some of these more obscure ones. So if you go in here and select visibility, I put 3 floating armor stands, all holding swords, up in the air so that they hold them and do the crossing. For this little scene, it's just one armor stand holding an arrow that's just lined up perfectly. Over here, that armor stand's actually in the floor, and this one it's around here somewhere. There it is. It's just holding a block absolutely flush with the floor. And these two are just, you know, near the block. But you can make some really cool things. And I think this one is inside the table, yeah. And he's holding a pork chop perfectly flush. So you can make some really, really neat ideas with the armor stands. It's really neat, really detailed little setups and stuff. Let's go back to spawn real quick. So I think Shay was the one that set up like the book here, the floating wizard, this little anvil. He did the stuff with the player shops, or the admin shops and stuff. He also did the little scene here with the arrows and the bow and the zombie head, with a little baby chest. The miner down here mining away. And I think there's one more he did. Yeah, it's a priest in here, and he's pointing and holding a book. Can I actually edit these? No, I can't. But yeah, I'm actually really, really curious to see what you guys come up with. What kind of neat and what you can do to make your builds more detailed and intricate. Maybe you could use the armor stands to make honestly, my mind's going blank. But I think I have a few ideas also. Which, yeah, I have some ideas similar to the chest at spawn. I had armor leaned up against the these blocks here, and I used 2 separate ones for the boots that like they've toppled over. But there's a whole world of opportunity with this plugin. All you need is a piece of flint and an armor stand, and that's how you edit them. So thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to Corporate Crew, and feel free to put your armor stand creations in the Discord's media channel. And thanks for watching.